Coming up, the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Collection Walmart exclusive Crimson Guard. Stick around. Hello and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video will be unpacking and reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Collection Walmart exclusive Crimson Guard. So here he is. This is the fourth wave in the Retro Collection. So with this wave you get the Crimson Guard and of course you get Snake Eyes. We'll review him next, but first we're going to do him. So here you have some classic retro card, packaging with the explosion behind the Crimson Guard right here. Here he is with all the accessories, stand, all the good stuff. Cobra the Enemy, G.I. Joe, giant peg hook. Flip it around. Here's your file card. I'll give you a close-up of that. Some cool stuff. Here you have with the last wave with Storm Shadow and Zartan. Here you have Crimson Guard and Snake Eyes, UPC, some warnings and disclaimers, all that good stuff. So we went ahead and got these from Hasbro Pulse and not Walmart.com, that had the tendency of not taking care of their packages. We did get two of them. I did a little looking over. This is the better card, so this one's going to stay in the pack. And we're going to go ahead and pop this one open. He's got a little card damage. It is a nice straight card. It's still the flimsy cardboard that they're using. But apart from that, everything looks okay. I don't see any major defects or anything like that. But there's a couple things up on the top, but the card is otherwise nice. But we're gonna pop this one open just because it's I think the other one is better condition and it'll just go into storage with the other ones I do keep together. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and bust him open. But first, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for future content. Alright, so for this one, we are not going to be busting out the Trusty Dusty, but we have the X-Acto knife. And if you've seen the videos before, I'll just take this and I'll slide it along the bubble, so that way I don't damage the card, and pop him out. So I'm going to go ahead and get into that. So we'll just angle the camera a little more, take the end of the X-Acto, and just run it straight on down the bubble. Coming around to this end, we'll just slice through that. It's kind of open down there, so that shouldn't give you too much trouble. And then we'll run it straight up this side. Now for these, since we are going to store the card away, we are going to take this bubble completely off. I showed you guys before how you can just leave some of the bubble intact, so that way you can repackage your figure if you need. But we're not going to keep the bubble. So there you have a card. It's got a little scuff up here, but big deal. And that's all. Pretty good. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take all that off. Crap. And we'll start out with the stand. Again, I'm going to say it because I always do. I think every classified figure should come with a stand, either Cobra or G.I. Joe. These are great. They're awesome additions to the figures. You don't have to go to another, third party or a second party, company to be able to buy these. But include them with each Joe, please. They're awesome. And they work great. Nothing on the back. But this is, of course, a Cobra one and has the Cobra symbol. 2 pegs for the feet. It's in a nice shiny gloss black paint or plastic, whatever. And there's that. So he's got a little secondary plastic piece behind him. And in this you have a sword sheath, which is also done in a it's a semi shiny plastic. But it's not too shiny. It's not like gloss, but it's not matte either. It just has some shine to it when it hits light. Peg on the back to plug into either his belt or his backpack, whichever you want. And at the top to slide a sword in. Moving over, you have his backpack, which is, it's not new, but it is a new addition for this figure because it is in red. Unlike the, well, actually both of the last ones, the first release Crimson Guard or the Python Patrol, theirs were black. So this one is in red. And you can see it has a Cobra symbol in silver. It's got this peg right here to hang the rifle if you need. A peg for the back. Hole on this side. So if you want to pop the sword sheath in that, you can. Like that. It's good stuff. Not functional. But overall, it's cool. Alright. You have his sword. So, like the others, it has the silver blade. It's got the black handle. Got the finger handguard over top of it. The end comes down into that little design right here, which could be a cobra. So it's cool. There's that. And now we have the knife, which is almost the same handle as the sword, except there's no handguard on there. Same little lip on this side, and this little design at the end. Again, don't know if it's a hook or is that supposed to be a cobra. I can't tell that well. And the blade is in silver. Here is his pistol, all black. It's got some a little bit of detail in it, nothing too fancy, generic pistol. Cool deal. Probably like a 9mm, maybe a 45, but I don't know. I think that handle's a little smaller. If that was, I don't think that could be a 45. It just looks too small. But I don't know. Never know. Alright, moving over to the assault rifle. So here you have what looks like the M16. It's got a different type of stock on it. Could be foldable. Has the bayonet at the end with the knife on it. Kind of wish they would detach, but they don't. But that's all right. You have a hole in the end of the barrel, for a blast effect if you wanted. Sorry, I didn't check the pistol. But yes, there's a hole in the end of the pistol too for a blast effect if you want. And move down to the magazine. That comes out. So you can have it empty or you can have it full. Plug that back in and we're good to go. Nice. And now, I'm gonna move on to the guard himself. Trash out of here. And here he is. So I was kind of waiting on this one. It's got the retro vibe to it. There's a few small details, but mostly similarities. And I'll go over all of them with you. But here he is. And for comparison, we will bring out the first Crimson Guard and the Python Patrol Guard. So there they are. And now for him, I'm going to bring this closer so you can see. His red is a bit of a brighter hue. It's not as dark, blood red as this Crimson Guard. This one has a more, just a brighter tone to it. And I actually like this a lot. It looks great. Go over some of the details, like the little ropes over here, like a rope pauldron. It's more silver. It's not gray like on this one, or red that's on that one. This one is silver. Looks like the symbol is the same. It's in silver. His rank is in silver as well, as opposed to black or red on that one. His collar pieces are also in silver. Move over here. Got the Crimson Guard flag on his left bicep. And nothing on this one. Move them around, check a little more, see some more differences. And that would be, well, the stripe down the leg is the same, the silver, but you have the left thigh holster. And like this one is black, on the Python Guard it's black, and on the retro it is red. So that almost is about it for the differences in paint, except for the main feature itself, which is the mask. That is completely in silver, like the Python Patrol one. He's got the black visor in there as opposed to silver or red. But yeah, that looks like it's about it. But it's pretty cool. Definitely brings out a more retro feel, more classic, you know, cartoon style. So we'll go over his articulation now. And as you can see, he's got a movable neck. The head, of course, is on a ball joint and can do 360. All right, there are butterfly joints in the arms. The arms can go out that far. You see, they can rotate a full 360. He has bicep rotation, double jointed pinless elbows, and he's got a hinged peg for a hand, or I'm sorry, like the wrist, so that can rotate around full 360 as well. Move down to the torso. He has some good ab crunch. There's forward, there's back, there's his belt with a knife sheath on this side. You have the silver over the little V right here, the hole on the left side. It's like a double strapped belt, but you know, it is flexible and movable. It is not attached. He does have waist rotation as well. He's got drop legs. Legs can go back that far, keep them down, then go forward that far, and they can go to the side like full 90 degrees. It's pretty good. Then you plug it back in. He's got thigh rotation, double jointed pinless knees. There is calf rotation as well at the tops of the boots, where the I guess calf meets the boot. So that can turn, which is pretty cool. Going down to these nice black boots, almost like biker style. Little silver buckle on the side, a couple of little pins over here for the strap that runs across them. And you have a hinge in the foot ankle area that can go up that far. You can move down that far, and it also has side to side pivot. So good stuff. Like the others, all the same mold, a little bit of repaint, and just gives you more of the retro feel. But that red really makes it pop. So it is a lighter red than, you know, than your other Crimson Guard or like the Crimson Bat. We have yet to see a Crimson Viper in person, or the Cobra Strike team. You know, their red is probably going to be the same as, you know, the first Crimson Guard and Crimson Bat and Viper and all them. But this is still really cool. Maybe since we're only we only get 2 of these, I don't really open all 2 or each of the 2. But maybe I can make him like one of their officers or something. He's just a brighter red, so you know, he's cool. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not true build him. I just pose him up, display him, and that's that. So we'll go ahead and gear him up. So we'll lift that arm. First, we're going to take the knife and put it on his sheath that's on the right side of his belt, like that. Now we'll move over to his pistol. Slide that into his left drop leg holster, like that. We will take the sword, pop that onto the side of the belt, right here. Then we will take the backpack, line that plug up with the hole in his back, and slap that backpack on, like that. Now I'm going to do something different that I haven't done with either of them, and I'm going to take his rifle and plug that onto the backpack right here. Because this one is going to have the sword in his hand. I'm going to take that and put it in his hand like this. Kind of hold it up straight. Maybe it's like a form of salute, maybe. But with that done, I'm going to take these feet, find the holes, and plug them onto the pegs on his stand. So he will stand with no problem, and just like that. So cool stuff. There he is, all posed up. I believe that's how we're going to display him for now. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and throw him on the turntable, and we'll give you some final thoughts. All right, so here you have it, your G.I. Joe Classified series Retro Collection Walmart exclusive Crimson Guard. Very cool. Very cool figure. A nice homage to, you know, the old Sunbow cartoon. That red being so vibrant, it just pops. You know, it gives back some good memories. You know, I remember seeing so many Crimson Guards, and I never was able to get any until later years when I stopped actually playing with them. But I did have some Playtime Patrol cards, and they had to do for the time being. I was a little too old to play with my G.I. Joes, you know, once I finally did get around to getting an original Crimson Guard, and I only had one, and he just went on display with the rest of the figures. But, you know, now when I collect moderns, I do actually troop build them, and I do have quite a few, but we have yet to come up with a, you know, any type of Crimson, like a diorama display or anything yet. Maybe in time, but not currently. However, this figure, I noticed some people, you know, when they were getting it, they were getting some errors. You know, they were getting Snake Eyes mixed in on a Crimson Guard card, or vice versa. I was, in a way, kind of hoping I did get one of them, just so I could have an extra figure, you know, to keep in the pack as an error. But they seem to be pretty plentiful. It's not like, oh man, this is a total complete rarity, you know, I'm just going to hang on to it. But it's okay. I'm not really pressed on that. It's not a big deal to me. But considering this one, I'd consider getting more. I definitely do like it a lot, but I don't want to troop build these. I think I have more Vipers than anything, but I have more regular bats than single figures. So I don't know what to do. Most of them are stored away. I only have one of each, you know, displayed. But that's for a later time. Anyways, these should be popping up soon. So if you check your Walmart online, you know, you're destined to get them. Hasbro's been sold out for a while. If not, you know, you try eBay, Mercari, your secondary market, even on, you know, Facebook or somewhere that, you know, will sell stuff like randomly that just pops up. But good luck and happy hunting. They're definitely a cool figure, and I would highly recommend picking them up if you see them. So yeah, with that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, like always, please leave a giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and Snake Eyes will be coming up next. We'll have him posted tomorrow, so stick around, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Grab it quick and get a grip. Grab it.
Ooh, yo, he bit me.